Welcome, everyone. This is Eric Bobrow with my esteemed colleagues Tim Ball and Andreas Lettner, and we're going to be talking about Masters of ArchiCAD 2017, which is launching this week. You can see here on the website the course that we're working on. If you go to the website mastersofarchicad.com, you'll see all the latest news. You can check out our blog where we've got the discussions that we're doing, press releases, all of those things. Now, what's very exciting right now for me is that we'll have an opportunity in the next few minutes to show you a little bit behind the scenes of our preparations and what is going to be shared over the next few months together as we look at the best practices for using ArchiCAD on projects of any scale, from small to actually pretty large, complex ones. So Andreas, hello, can you show us a little bit? I'll stop sharing my screen.
Hello. Just to get started, it was a couple of months ago when Eric called me for a video conference and about a new possibility to make a course, a new Masters of ArchiCAD course. And we were discussing what we could do. And there was immediately what we found out, that most of the courses are brilliant because they tell you how to use ArchiCAD, but they never show you ArchiCAD in the context of real project size. So we decided spontaneously to take one of the projects I'm working on, and I checked if it's possible, if I'm allowed to show that, and it was possible, so I'm allowed. And just let me show you the whole thing. It's a hotel, a proposal for a hotel, a hillside hotel in Austria, which will be used for skiing in winter, and it will be used for hiking and mountain biking in summer. And as we are here in the Alps, the topography is not that easy, as you can see. So that's one of the first challenges what we will cover, how to create terrain like that. The terrain's data is coming from the surveyor, and it's imported with functions what you have got in Austria, in ArchiCAD. And what I have done is I've prepared here a few view sets for you, because it's even from my computer, it's hard work to calculate the whole terrain. Here you will see the proposal for the hotel with the reduced site. This is just the site what you have got to build on. And it's a typical hotel organized with two underground parking spaces. We have got a wellness and spa area. We have got the gym area and a kids area and a little conference area. There are two restaurants on the so-called ground floor. Okay, it's up on you to depend where the ground floor is. And on top we have classic hotel rooms and suites. The design was inspired by traditional Austrian woodlog architecture. And yeah, and what we will do is we will show you from scratch how to create a model out of that, and how to present the model and how to use all those ArchiCAD tools to show your model in different ways, like the structure of the building here, or yeah, and so on. I would say that's enough, Eric.
Okay, so Tim, I think you're going to be showing us just the plan for our course, which runs over 8 months, 2 sessions a month, 16 lessons, and then show some of the things that we're going to be able to produce in terms of detailed modeling and specifications taken from your projects.
Exactly. I think that the key to this is actually integrating the ArchiCAD tools that a lot of people are familiar with in terms of modeling, with all the ArchiCAD tools that people are maybe not using as much, which relates to data. And it's the integration of the two that really makes it extremely powerful.
Can you share your screen and show the lesson plan first?
Yep, I can.
And then I know you had a couple of projects. So
yeah. So basically, the lesson plan is 4 parts, and the first 3 parts really relate to the way as an architect you work. So we all do concept design, and the key there is you do as much as you're being paid for and not any more. Once you've got approval to your concept, you then move into develop design, and then you, once you've got things like, in the UK, we call it planning permission, so the design is completely fixed, you then move into the technical design, which is doing all of the construction documentation. So under concept design, we're going to be covering overview, site context, how to do concept modeling, discussing attributes and favorites, ideas that we can look at there, and data that you need at concept stage. We then move forward to develop design, and there we're looking at, in a lot more detail at things like setting up building materials, more advanced modeling, dealing with large buildings where we're using hot links and repetitive elements, interior and exterior works. Again, those things I think are not dealt with in as much detail by Graphisoft training as we need to do as architects. And then a whole load of stuff to do with data, including open source, because you need to be able to talk to other consultants who aren't using ArchiCAD. And then you've got to output the whole thing. And output these days is a whole variety of things to do with old-fashioned drawings, BIMX, videos, virtual reality, schedules, specifications, and all the rest of it. All of that you've got to do even at the developed design stage. And once you then get into the technical design, it's really just about taking that up a notch in terms of detailing so that you can create the kind of thing that I routinely do now, which is a completely coordinated 3-dimensional construction model that has all the specification embedded in it, and all of the output drawings are available in the BIMX file. And then, pardon me, we're going to have an online conference at the end, which we're going to talk really about what you as the students like the most, just go back at the highlights, and maybe review, give you another chance to think about, what you want there. Just to give you a taster, this is actually a project that I'm about to go out to tender with. As you can see, it's a fairly complex house. This is not an easy rectangular box. In fact, if you look at the top, you can see really quite a tricky shape. It's split levels, and there's lots of different materials. It's not just all brickwork. We've got a whole mixture of things. This is completely detailed, so that if we actually then look at a detail, this is actually a cutaway section through part of the building, and as you can see, all the detail that a builder needs to build this is all there. Even down to things like using complex profiles to create interesting things like lintels that would talk you through. And of course, that then means that you're able to show that detail as a drawing, which is what you're looking at here. This is the kind of thing that I've found builders find extremely useful, because they can really see the 3-dimensional way that the building is put together. And again, all of this is fully detailed in 3D. There is no 2D at all in that drawing that you can see there. So, Eric, I think that gives you an idea of what we're going to be talking about.
You're going to show the specification
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Give ourselves a bit of time for you to splice that in.
Yeah. So,
and as well as that, the whole thing can actually be taken out as a specification, which is just regenning at the moment. But there you can see.
you're not. You need to share your screen again. You need to stop sharing.
Sorry.
You need to
stop sharing. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Let's go back.
It's been fascinating working with the two of you. You know, we're in different countries, and we're going to be sharing this with ArchiCAD users literally around the world, and you know, on all the continents other than maybe Antarctica. I know.
So anyway, this is the specification, and again, all of this comes from the model, and the really fantastic reason for doing all of this is that when you actually go into an element like this, where you would look at, if we take something like a retaining wall here, this one, the notes that you see on the drawing are all taken from this data. So you change it in any location. You can change it in the model item, or you can change it here in the spec, and basically it updates. So it's very consistent. And of course, this data is carried through to the BIMX model. So when you walk around, you can point to a retaining wall and it will tell you what the specification is. All of these items.
Yeah. So
this really works for, you know, I'm running a real practice, earning money doing this. I do all this training for fun. So, back to you, Eric.
All right. So I'm excited we're going to be launching this just in a couple of days from now. From the time that we're recording it, today is Monday, July 10th, and we'll be launching on the 12th. There's a whole lot more to this project that we haven't been able to talk about, such as teamwork and you know, some of the organizational structures that we're going to be looking at, the attributes. We've gone through all sorts of brainstorming to try to come up with the best way to approach that for international use. I mean, I'm here in the US, and of course, you're in UK and Austria, but our strategies are going to be really applicable worldwide. And in fact, this is really no different than what other experts are doing, except for the fact that we're combining our brain trust and our experience into something that makes it clear to users of almost any level. In fact, while I would say that the course is really applicable for people who are using ArchiCAD and want to use it better, I know that we're going to be making sure that newer users at least are able to follow the concepts. And as you mature in your usage, you'll be able to take advantage of them more thoroughly. Andreas, I know you teach regularly ArchiCAD just as a course, and you know, as do I. So we're very experienced at helping the users of all different levels. So we'll look forward to sharing the journey with you. Andreas and Tim, it's my pleasure and privilege to work with both of you. And we'll be back with more coming up soon. So for more information, visit mastersofarchicad.com or drop a line to me at support@bobrow.com. So this has been Eric Bobrow, Tim Ball, Andreas Lettner. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Eric.